We come now to the final of the under 70 kilo category. Lara Cvjetko of Croatia goes up against Kelly Peterson Pollard of Great Britain. It'll be Cvjetko in the white judogi, Peterson Pollard in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Vasily Smolin Jr. of the IJF. Is this the first time that Kelly's been in a final, Grand Slam final? I suspect that it is.
Well, this is a great opportunity for her, isn't it? I mean, really, Kelly Peterson Pollard coming out for her first final in a Grand Slam, and she's fighting the world #1, Cvjetko of Croatia. And on current form, she'll come out and give it a really good blast, I'm sure. She will come out believing that she can win this. She's had a great run through.
Yes, first time in a Grand Slam final. She has 4 bronze medals at Grand Slams, by the way, but already going to surpass that today.
Already done that, yeah. Like I say, she's looked good all day. Good attacking movements. Every attack has been strong. Cvjetko, I thought, was struggling a little bit in the early stages of the day. You know, looked aggressive, got the grip that she wanted, but we didn't see the attacks going in. And then managed to get a score to win, but it wasn't as fluid as we would have liked.
I've only gone head-to-head once before. That was here last year. They met in the quarter-final. And it was Cvjetko who came out on top.
Needs to get out of there. Easier said.
One of these athletes is about to have the best result in a Grand Slam they've ever had.
Oh, Cvjetko also then, you know, with the Grand Slams. Never been in a Grand Slam final before.
Oh, she's been in a final, but she's always lost.
Never won, yeah.
So, whatever happens here, one of these, well, Kelly's already guaranteed of the best result.
Absolutely. Oh, looking for the big Surigoshi, big hips across.
But Lara, if she wins here, this will be her best ever result.
Certainly not fazed by it, is she, Peterson Pollard?
Yeah, oddly enough, it's not the first time, as I say, it's not the first time they fought. It's not the first time that they fought here.
She looked for the Kosodagaki then, didn't she?
Both attacking at the same time.
Looking for the turnover there. Well, again, Cvjetko not really showing anything spectacular, and that's going to be I think a penalty for Peterson Pollard there. That rotated round without any hands whatsoever.
You're right.
And that was the kind of attack that we were talking about earlier, Sheldon, when it's actually just to put something in because you're under pressure. looking for the sumage. She's going to change the direction as well. I think she'll send the leg through and change the direction. Needs to get her head up there.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate situation there. The referee faced the athlete there as if to say, I think we could...
They got the nod, didn't they, from the top table there, said, no, let's
just
get on
let
with
it
this.
go, yeah. But
Give them one more chance.
Yeah, exactly. She was trying something there, slightly off balance, almost got caught, but at least she was trying to get into a position to attack.
Yep, it's not over. She went a little bit too high, and she's got to really throw the leg across, especially against the world number one. Oh, this time Peterson Pollard manages to get the better of it. This might go into golden score.
Croatia have got the world number one here in Lara Cvjetko, and the world number 2 in the current Olympic champion, Barbara Matic. Incredible, isn't it?
Matic having retired, of course. Yeah. Look at that for a grip. Talk about cross grips, variation of grips there. But as long as it's positive, they'll allow it to go. Oh, I see somebody going to change the direction. Just need to go over to the other flank.
Just getting manhandled again. Peterson Pollard really wants to try and lift the head up. It's got such a poor look when that head goes down and you're unable to come back up.
Pollard taking the fight to Cvjetko.
There's that strong left arm again by Cvjetko, which is really pulling Peterson Pollard down. That's what makes it look worse. You've got, you know, Cvjetko, who gets the strong grip, just pulls down and keeps it there.
Colin Oates with some advice for Peterson Pollard. She needs to be just aggressive all the time, just fight her hard, and it's pretty even as far as that's concerned. You know, one of them could make a mistake here.
Yes, Cvjetko, I think, has just acted as though she could do with a penalty apiece, because she's just got the one. So she's not really pushing the boat out here. But she also runs the risk of getting caught.
Yeah.
So she's got to be careful.
And Peterson Pollard there with a big attack. Didn't have the best of grips. Another one of those, and Cvjetko might be in the position there to get another penalty on the board. And like Sheldon said, that might just shake her into action and get her to attack, because then it's more possibilities, of course, for counter-attack.
It's slightly untidy with the gripping. They both look a little bit desperate, and desperate to be first to attack.
What's going to happen now? Everybody wants to see it, don't they? As soon as the arm goes around the back there, the whole crowd then was thinking Uranagi maybe, or Tanio Toshi. well, she can't afford to be passive in any possible way, Peterson Pollard, because if they both get a Shido, then it's all over for her.
Yeah. She just gave a different look with the grip there, and that slowed Cvjetko down. It's made it a little bit awkward for the world number one, and didn't get that big right arm over the top for the first time. Of golden score we've had. Just drop the hips a little.
Yeah, I mean, this is the situation we see so many times from Cvjetko. She gets into a position and she doesn't throw the technique across. It's like being all loaded and no release. Shouts for Shido there, but to whom? Yeah.
There's nothing to really separate the two.
No.
As far as number of attacks, quality of attacks. And here you would now say, I'm going to let this go one more cycle. And if Cvjetko is in first with a strong attack, I'm going to give it to her. So Peterson Pollard now has got to come back with a big strong attack of her own.
Yes, needs two hands on if she can.
Got to get past the arms.
Oh. Getting closer and closer, the pair of them.
Yes, for me that wasn't quite strong enough, but if it goes one more, and Cvjetko, however unattractive the attack is, I'd say I've seen enough. So again, it's down to Kelly to come up with a big attack here.
Well, that was Peterson Pollard going on to a bat there, looking for some kind of sacrifice.
Yes, so again, I'd let that go. Nothing to really separate the pair. It's not as though Peterson Pollard isn't looking for an opening. He just happens to be, she comes off second best with just with that little foot that just slows her down. Every time she looks to attack, there's some movement from Cvjetko that just throws her off.
Oh, crowd getting a little bit agitated up there.
They want to see a throw.
Well, it really is a close one, isn't it, between these two here? Nothing to choose between Cvjetko and Peterson Pollard. And the fact that she's coming in, I mean, but she's not really attacking. Do you call that an attack? I don't call that an attack, just getting into a positive position. And I think that's why they haven't given another penalty to Peterson Pollard.
I agree.
You know, if she really went for it, then it would do it.
It would have been over by now.
Yeah.
This is when you have to be glad, one, that you're not a referee, and two, you're not refereeing this contest. And then when Kelly does get her arm round, she lets go with the other. So there was really no chance of throwing there. It's not that dissimilar to Cvjetko. She hasn't really put something in that threatens Peterson Pollard, and for that reason they haven't given her the benefit of the doubt.
Well, was that an attack? I mean, she just, for me, just threw herself down to the floor there.
I'd have liked to have seen what was happening with the hands. I saw one kind of disappear. The drummer, I think, should get into it and try.
Yeah, I think we need a little bit of audience participation here.
6 minutes of golden score.
Yeah, been a long one. This is 10 minutes of fighting for these two. So they must have heard us, Sheldon.
Yes.
Drummer starts. Now they're drawing out to the edge of the area. So this is where the edge play now becomes important to be strict on. If somebody's pulling out purposely, I think they need to look at that. They're both tired. Same way every time, same block every time. Same direction, no change of direction, no other flank. Wow.
It's difficult when you're out in the middle to correct something. The first part is recognizing where it's going wrong. You have to do that in the middle.
Yeah.
Recognize where it's going wrong and how to correct it. Now the coach is in the chair trying to tell you that.
They're pulling out. I mean, the pair of them are. And so I think the big problem here is who to penalise. The problem that they're having now is, do we penalise both? Because are they good full-on attacks? No, you're moving into position, all right, which could be an Uchikomi position, but there's no attack on
nothing coming. In which case, if they do penalise both, then Cvjetko wins it. She's only got the one. So you could say, I can't see anything from either of you that's really...
No, I agree with you. I mean, you know, the thing is now, you've got to decide who's not attacking most. Are they full-on attacks? No. I mean, so...
And if we do accept that they are both attempting some attacks, maybe they're poor attacks, but if we do accept that they are attacks, we can't penalise for passivity. No one's dropped.
No, I know.
No one's had a gripping infringement or stepping out.
But I would have probably done what you said, you know, and just Shido a piece.
A piece, yeah.
Because, there we go. Now she's gone. And, well... how long did that take to come? You know, it's the first proper attack she's done from the good grip.
And when you just take that in isolation, you take that technique in isolation, that could end up on the highlights reel. The problem is that you had to wait, 12 and a half minutes for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a massive technique in the end. And Cvjetko will argue, well, look at how I got into it. I got into it having attempted that, 30 or 40 times.
At least 50 times, you know what I mean?
60.
Well, got into the position, but never actually put any turn or rotation into it. The one time she does, she gets the full ippon.
So, I mean, it really was frustrating. Not just for Cvjetko, but also for Peterson Pollard, and to be honest, for all of the fans who were watching. because everybody wanted an ippon. They all wanted a throw to end it. And definitely the commission wanted a commission to end it.
Yeah, so Pollard actually went for the other leg this time, and as she went across, Makikomi, and she just, look at the arm there, she's got full control of the arm, and then just sort of Makikomi right the way over.